You want my take on the Barbie movie? Dude, okay, I'll give my take on the Barbie movie. But if you are a woke ass feminist or a woke motherfucker, you gotta get out of here. Listen to me. All right. Okay, so here it is. So the Barbie movie, when I watched it off the bat, you could tell that it was like very pro-feminism, pro-women, and to be honest, it really portrayed. It was kind of hinting at the fact that men were controlling everything. And you know what? I didn't assume anything. I didn't put anything towards that. I watched the movie without that mindset. I actually enjoyed the movie. I think it was funny. I think the visuals, the casting, everything about it was perfect. I think it was great. I love the movie. Thing is, it will annoy the right audience, which I think what makes a good film is if you can feel something from it. And that movie, holy shit, it did that greatly. Like, holy shit. It is so famous right now because of the stuff that happened in the movie. It wasn't a Barbie movie, all right? I went into it expecting like little dolls and shit. It was more than that. It was all about women being used as objects, men being in higher powers than women. This thing, if you invite competition will be granted, all right? Everybody wants to prove something wrong to someone else. That's one of my takes. Let's say a bunch of people will be like, you know, women are going through a hard time because of all the men in this world. Men are going through a hard time because of all the women. You know, it's all bullshit. It's not real, okay? None of that shit is real. But I believe that in all reality, listen, this is the thing. I'm going to be unfiltered. I'm going to say everything, all right? The Barbie movie, it was very positive women, and I got the feeling that it was very, I want to say negative men, but it made men, okay, so Barbie and Ken in the movie, both people clash basically like halfway through the movie. And it makes it feel that basically what I read up on it is if the real world was the world where men took power, but the Barbie world is where feminism won over the men. In that sense, I got the feeling that fuck men, yay women. But it was very positive woke feminism, okay? But let me tell you this. Watching the movie, I got the sense that it was making fun of woke feminism, okay? And that's what I think it was made for. It was making fun of how feminists are taking it way too over the top, way too seriously, way too eager, that there is no reason. Because I mean, without women, there would be no men. Without men, there would be no women, all right? And at the end of the movie, they actually work together. To come to a compromise. There are points in the movie where it's a close-up shot on Barbie, all right? And I think those points in the film are the only points in the film that the director actually meant to be like real. Like the audience should actually listen to. Everything else, complete dog shit. It's just for fun, making fun of shit. But when it's close up to Barbie, it actually started making sense. It showed everybody's going through a struggle. It showed women going through a struggle, men going through a struggle. It showed that no matter what or who you are, you're always gonna be struggling, and that's just a point of life. And that's what they say in the movie, that changes life. Yeah, that's my take. And for the people who, I will say one thing about woke feminism. When I say woke feminism, I mean people like, for example, like people bashing on a potato head because they're misgendering it. Like, who the fuck cares? At that point, you just want attention. I'm gonna be honest. At that, if you're, it is actually offensive to get offended at something like that. If you're offended at something that stupid, one day there's going to be something that you actually want to be offended to, but nobody will listen to you because you were offended at something stupid like that, and nobody will believe you. You got to understand that there's things in life that you're going to be offended at, but guess what? You can't do shit, all right? I'm not going to say there's a difference between being homophobic, for example, and just not supporting people who are part of the LGBTQ. You cannot support the LGBTQ, but be totally fine and chill and not rude to someone who is part of it. Somebody could have a friend who is in the LGBTQ but not support it, and you know what? I think that's totally fine. And you know what? That's not homophobic. That's just not supporting what they're part of. And it is a kind of an asshole thing because I feel like everyone should support everyone. But if no one's being harmed, I don't see a problem in it. It's just like religion. If I'm not part of your religion, or if someone isn't part of your religion, you can't do shit about it. If you are gay, all right? If you are into the opposite sex, same sex, whatever, I could give less of a shit. I don't fucking care. I'm not saying I don't care in the sense that like fuck you, but I don't care as in the sense that it's literally not a big deal for me. It's just normal. You like what you like. Why would I be bothered by that? It's not causing me harm, so why would I care? I, to be honest, wish for the day and can't wait for the day that there are no more gay pride parades, because at that point it'll be normalized, because it's obviously not normal. Because if it was normal, straight people, we don't have a month, we don't have parades, because it is normal. And you know, that sucks, but that's just how it is. If you look at it, if nothing is wrong with wanting to be different, being different makes us realize what makes us better than anyone else. But there are people who are not going to like that. There are people going to say, hey, don't be different, be the same as everyone else. And you just gotta say fuck them. You can't get offended and run crying from everything because it upsets you a little bit. And I totally support people who are part of the LGBTQ. At the end of the day, it's less about hating on the LGBTQ. It's more about just not supporting it. Sometimes it gets out of hand to the point where people just see it as something else, you know? If you are part of anything like that, you cannot get offended at stupid shit, because there are people who are in the LGBTQ, all right? There are people of every race, every gender, religion, who will get offended at, you know, some things, quote unquote offended. At that point, people just want to be offended at something for attention, and you may not know it, you may not think about it, but it's 100% just for attention, and you're being a fucking bitch. And I'm not scared to say anything, any of my feelings towards stuff. I just haven't been asked it. But if you want to hear me on that sort of stuff, just ask me, because I'm more than welcome to say it, because either way it's content.